All right. We are live. I'm going to send Drew. All right. So I'm going to send Drew over the link. What is going on? Hey, Rocky Mountain Resale, Greg. What is up, man? Again, you won my giveaway on my video, so come on over. Shoot me either an email or a message. Hey, everybody, welcome. Welcome. I appreciate you stopping by. I'm going to be shooting Drew over a message here in just a second once I reach out to him. But I appreciate you going. Shopaholic, thanks for coming. Greg, thanks for coming. Shopaholic, appreciate it. Excited. I'm excited. I'm going to be doing some listing over here as well. So I am, if Drew is here, shoot me over your email on my Instagram and I'll send you that link so you can jump on with me. Hey, what is going on, guys? Thank you so much for everybody coming over. I really appreciate it. Excited. Love watching you guys. Love watching over in the Drew and Joey's channel. I've had so much support from them. Let me know if it's clear. I was having some issues. There's my wife over there saying hi to everybody. Let me know if you guys are having some issues with the camera. I was having some connection issues last time, but if it's clear, that is awesome. Sunshine State, thanks for coming. Jay Wonders, thank you so much for being here. Mark Hodgins, thanks so much. Let me check if Joey sent me Drew sent me that link. Drew, if you're here, just send me over your email. Oh, there, he's coming over right now. Holly, thanks for being here. Is it fuzzy? It's fuzzy? Okay. Let me see what I can do. I was having that same issue last time. Let me adjust my camera here. Okay, perfect. I'm going to send Drew over that link. Give me just a second, guys. I am sending over to Drew right now. All right, so I just sent that link over to Drew. Again, thanks everybody for being here. Sorry it's a little fuzzy. I was having issues like this before, and I thought I fixed my connection, but hopefully it's not too bad to watch. But I appreciate everybody coming. Give me just a second. Drew should be coming over right now. But hopefully it'll clear up in just a minute. Let me see real quick. Yeah, see, it's clear on my screen where I'm watching. So again, sorry about that, guys. Oh, there we go. Drew,
what's up, man?
What is going on, man? How's
your screen is mad fuzzy.
Give me just a second here. I gotta fix my my audio. I'm gonna throw on these Linkin Park headphones real quick so I can hear you. Thanks for coming over, man.
Yes, sir. Get some more listings done. I'm wide awake, so I'm ready to go.
No, that's awesome. I got some stuff to list over here. I got some shoes. I got some Revere wear that I found the other day. And they were telling me I'm a little blurry, so hopefully you're not as well.
If you are in the chat, let us know if I'm blurry as well.
Online Christian Paneer, and Mark Hodgins, thank you guys for coming. I really appreciate it. Yeah, he's got a better face than I do anyway, so as long as he's clear, we're good. The beards are on point, though. The beards are on point. Tim, some more of Drew. That's what that. Alrighty, thanks, guys. Yeah, so I got some stuff to list. I did some good thrifting this weekend, and got a bunch of stuff. Drew's clear. Okay, as long as Drew's clear. Sorry about that, guys. There must be something going on with my connection.
Is it your webcam?
No, on my screen, my webcam's clear. I think you were having this issue like 2 weeks ago or something like that when you were with Joey. It was the same thing. So it should balance out in a few minutes, but okay. I don't want to like drop it and have to come back. But yeah, as long as it's not completely blurry and all scattered across, that's what I want to make sure there.
Our internet's been poopy.
My wife is saying we're having. I'm gonna drop off. I'm gonna have everybody drop off the Wi-Fi as well, in the house. But what do you got listed, man? What's up on your docket still?
I got to list all these Pendletons that I picked up. That's my next thing. I've been trying to do everything but those, so then I can kind of like sell similar for all of them at the same time. So
nice.
From my my flea market pickup here. What is going on with my jersey?
I was actually doing I did a auction on the Goodwill, like the Goodwill auction site.
Mm-hmm. Oh, the
Shop Goodwill.
Yeah.
I was actually trying to buy a Pendleton. They had a nice Pendleton sweater. I don't know if you can see that right there. I was trying to buy that, but it's running up crazy. It's like at $50 right now, and I was like, eh.
Yeah, I was thinking about starting auctions on all of them, but I don't want the auctions to end randomly at midnight on a Monday. So I'm probably just going to put them buy it nows for now. And then I might change it to auctions if I don't get any hits on them. So
nice.
Yeah.
Joey's in the house. Let's go.
Joey, go to bed.
Oh, I know. Yeah, you guys usually kill it. You guys usually go like 3-4 hours. It's pretty late. I know it's pretty late over there for you. I'm in Vegas, so it's only like 8:45 for me.
Oh, nice, man. Yeah, I could never live in Vegas. I love casinos too much. So,
the only good thing about it is it's such a hassle to get there that sometimes you have to kind of weigh the fun versus the winning option. The good thing is, I mean, we have so many like places to thrift here. Like, I'm actually going to be pretty soon. I'm going to be doing a series on my channel because we have 17 Goodwills alone in a 20-mile radius. So I'm going to do like a 17 Goodwills in 17 days kind of thing,
nice.
And try to hit all of them. They're all within like a 25-minute drive from my house.
That's awesome, man. There's not anywhere near that many Goodwills in my area, and there's so many thrifters. Like, that's why you don't even like really see me making a lot of like Goodwill haul videos or like sourcing at Goodwill, because I'm lucky if I walk into a Goodwill and find one decent pair of shoes to resell at this point, because it's just so competitive in the areas where I live that I'm finding stuff on Facebook Marketplace, and flea markets have really like changed the game for me, getting so much stuff from like one place at one time, like on the weekend. On a Saturday, like I just make it my whole day is Saturday, like just sourcing at flea market. And then I'm just getting so much good stuff that it's just not even worth it really to walk into a Goodwill or for the amount of stuff I'm getting. And I've got an incredible opportunity tomorrow. It's going to be an amazing video. I can't wait to share it with everybody. And no, I just don't live in Mormon town.
Tim throwing it out there. I know Tim. I was on Tim's live the other day, chatting with him, and he's got in his chat, and we were talking about like the amount of thrift stores in his area. But yeah, no, you've been killing it with those flea markets, man. That's something that we definitely don't have here, like especially like the outdoor kind. We have some indoor swap meets kind of places, but even then, especially now with COVID, they're not going on at all. Not happening at all.
Yeah, I've just been having really good luck with flea markets, so I'm just kind of sticking with what's working for me right now. 21 by 28. Sorry, I'm trying to get measurements.
No, don't apologize, man. Do your thing. I have to take Joey's place and talk and not list. Now, I have a few things that I got listed over here. Let's see. Greg, do you watch Katie and Vicky? They're in Vegas and find some killer renters. No, I will definitely check them out. I just found another like a couple that does Vegas. There's a lot of I know there's a lot of people who like do like a lot of reselling in Vegas. I don't know that there are many that do content about it, but like the thrift stores here do go crazy. They are, really, really busy. People always constantly picking them up.
Yeah, it's the truth, Tim. Can we talk to you about our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ while we give you all of our Magnolite pots and pans that you can sell for $200 for $5.99?
Exactly. It's actually Vegas is a huge Mormon community. Really, really big. I think they came over here to convert all of us sinners here in Vegas, but it is a very big Mormon community here in Vegas. All right, I'm gonna put my headphones off for a second, and I am gonna list. I have a nice 3-pack here of Revereware. Unfortunately, I found them all without lids, but I'm going to list those up over here as a lot.
Nice. Since they don't have lids, that's probably the better way to go. But if they did,
what were you saying? Sorry, I missed you.
Just about like pots and pans, like lotting them up or selling them individually. Since they don't have lids, it's probably better to lot them up. But if they had lids, they sell them individually.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking with these. Like, I did really well. I just sold a 14-piece set that I got. I literally got it all at Savers on the same trip, and I just sold that one. I picked it for $70. I sold it for $225 shipped.
Dude, awesome.
Yeah. So, and then I have a big 6-quart with a lid that I'm going to sell by itself. But yeah, these 3, I was thinking that they were going to definitely do better as a lotted listing, especially because there's a 1-quart, a 2-quart, and a 3/4 quart. So They should do pretty well.
Nice. Bad Dog Harley.
That's the one thing that's really rare to find, at least for me here in Vegas, is any kind of vintage teas. I've yet to find a single one.
I see some guys on Instagram that go to the bins in Vegas and they do pretty well.
Yeah, there's one bin here that I have. I haven't been yet just because like my as my channel says, I do thrifting after work, so I have a regular full-time job that I'm doing. So it's hard to get out kind of like first thing in the morning. But I definitely do go on some weekends and get those thrifting in there.
Greg said, how do you and Joey do it so you don't have headphones? I don't know, honestly. Either the audio comes out of my webcam or it comes out of my computer. I don't even know, to be honest. I just use my microphone, and then I just set the audio to like regular speakers. I've always done it that way. I honestly don't even know how to do it with headphones. Like if you told me, hey, plug in headphones, I'd be like, yeah, I don't know how to do that.
Yeah, I have a cheaper mic, so like if I put speakers on, it would pick up. I'm pretty sure it would pick up the feedback, and it wouldn't filter out. Although it may with the streaming software, with the broadcasting software. Let me actually try that.
The volume right now is coming out of my computer speaker, my laptop speaker. So, and then I have my Yeti mic. But I don't know. I've literally never tried to set it up any other way. So,
yeah, I have my blue microphone as well. But I think it'll work if I switch the audio. So give me one. Let me do that real quick.
I honestly don't know. It's a really good question, to be honest.
Let me know if you guys hear any feedback, and I will cut that off right away. Let me see.
Man, it stinks that your camera's not focusing up.
I know. It's still blurry?
Yeah, it's like pixelated.
Yeah, I don't know what's going to see. Like when I'm looking at my screen here, like when I'm looking at you and I on the screen, I'm perfectly clear. So it's either got to be my connection or the way it is.
20.
Okay, cool. There is no echo, which is great. But yeah, so let me take some pictures here of these pans. Yeah, Shopaholic. I don't know what's going on. I need to kind of research. My computer's a little older too, so that might be it. Yeah, no, I appreciate it, Greg. Yeah, as long as the audio is good. Like I said, I'm glad at least Drew's clear, so you guys have something clear to look at. Yeah, see, it's weird that it's just the video. I gotta reach out and see, because I'm using a Logitech like 1080 the 920p camera, so the camera's good.
Fine. I'm using the 922, so
yeah, I'm using the 920. I honestly think it's what's running through my computer, like it's the processing of the video as it's being sent out. But hopefully it'll clear up. But either way, again, I appreciate everybody being here. Thanks for coming over and hanging out with us a little bit more.
All right, let's get back to it.
Yeah, and I'm listening. So yeah, I got three review reports. They're all different years, which I'll disclose in the listing, but they should be pretty good. Online Christian Paneer says, Drew, been checking out your videos, and I just want to say I have learned a lot from you. Your work ethic is solid. Your shed is great. Yeah, I think I feel the same way. I think a lot of us here have learned a lot from watching you, you and Joey and Josh and kind of all the, I would say, more prominent and larger resellers. I think I felt it was crazy. I was looking at your Instagram the other day, and it flashed on your listings was like at 1,600. And I felt I was like I got excited about getting to 50 the other day, because I'm just used. And I was looking at it, I was like, oh, but like that's one thing that I've talked to people about, and like I tell my videos, like, is to try not to compare yourself to other people, especially like if you are like doing it full time. Like it can get discouraging. Like that was for me, like before I first started, like it was kind of discouraging because I was like, oh, how do I do this? And I was like, I have 3 video games in my room that I'm never going to play. Put those on there, and eventually we can get a shed.
Yeah, that's how you start. And first of all, thank you, Online Christian Paneer. I appreciate you saying those nice words. And that's my whole goal, is like all I want to do is just kind of like motivate people to, work hard and put in the work, and just get to it. So and David, thank you as well. I don't really consider myself like a big content creator or anything like that. I am very bad at comparing myself. Like, you can ask my wife, you can ask Joey, you can ask Josh. Like, I'm the worst. I'm like, I'll be like, I'll put out a video and then I'll go, dang, Josh has put out a video and he's got 35,000 views, and I put out a video and I've got 35 views, or 350 views is like really bad for me. And I'm so like, the most recent video I put out, I'm getting a lot of like engagement, like a lot of comments, but I have horrible views on it for the amount of subscribers I have. So, as far as comparing yourself, like I've gotten to the point with my content that I just don't care. Like, I feel like I'm putting out good enough content that it's going to bring value to somebody. So, if I don't get a lot of views on it, oh well, I'm not like gonna worry about it anymore. And I used to worry about it a lot. So, just be, just don't get discouraged by it. It's what it is. There's nothing you can do about, the fact that Harry Tornado blew up and I didn't. He makes great content. His editing is on point. He uses a camera. I don't. I use my phone. He spends more time focusing on his videos than I do. I just try to pump videos out when I'm out and about. So, it just depends on what your personality is. Like, I try to just focus on making videos that are going to help people. And yeah, I mean, that's all there is to it for me. So, but I appreciate the kind words for sure.
Yeah, that's pretty much the reason I even started, because I was watching, Harry Tornado and Rally Roots and kind of all those people, and I was just like, people that are much further down the line than most, and even than most are going to ever get. And for me, it was more just about like, can I do it? And not only can I do it, like, can I show even just like, it actually started for me for like my friends, like on Facebook and Instagram. Like, I have a lot of friends that are in the like gig economy, a lot of people who work at, venues and shows and are, in restaurants. A lot of my friends are in California. So I was like, can I just put out stuff for them to show them, hey, like, if you're like me and you are scrolling through YouTube and you see these videos, like, can it be done? And like, can I start now? And that's one thing that I've always wanted to do, is like, I make sure that when I do a video, no matter what in the video, for me, I have to put something that is going to help, somebody. And I think that's one of the reasons why I've kind of gravitated at least towards like Josh and Joey and you, and is really kind of the relatability that you guys have of, and I know that, a lot of resellers kind of do things on the side that not everybody talks about either. Like, Josh is very open about his Amazon stuff that he just doesn't really talk about it, which is fine. But just watching you guys do things that I can also do. And like, I think that's what, like you said, like going out and doing the flea markets, or like the video you did with your son, like, oh, like, that's cool. Like, that's something that I know that I could also do. And that inspires me to do it. Versus like, some things that are a little bit more unattainable. Not that that's a wrong way to do it. But that's at least why I gravitate to you guys and your guys' channels.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, Tim, that's like the hardest thing for me. And it's funny that you say that, because like, I get so jealous of your sales. I'm like, how does this man sell these things? And it, especially with the calculated shipping, it never fails to blow me away your sales. So if it makes you feel any better, I use your sales to motivate me to keep going, because like you don't even cross list and I cross list. So, I mean, we can share numbers one time, like in private, if you want. I'll show you my numbers. But it's just interesting that you say that, because my perspective is always like looking for your Instagram posts and your sales to be like, all right, I can keep going because Tim is killing it. Tim did 4,500 in sales this week. I got to keep going. So.
Yeah, that's crazy. And it's, you have to, what I've kind of told people is like, you have to start somewhere, like, and that's like that, even for me, like not with like as many viewers, because I'm still like working on my channel and growing an audience, but with close friends, I get messages probably every other day of like, how are you starting? Like, what did you do? Like, what can I do to do it? And like, and everybody says it, but I think it can't be said enough, is just start. Like, just actually like start. It doesn't cost any money. Like, go through your house and buy and find 5 things you don't need, 10 things you don't need, 100 things you don't need, and just do it.
Yep.
Go ahead. No, go ahead, Drew.
I was just going to say, the entire reason that I even started reselling or making YouTube videos was because when I lost my job, back before I started, I made a decision. I was like, if this is the way I'm going to be treated in the corporate world, just getting fired without even being able to defend myself, I'm going to work for myself for the rest of my life. And I just said, I'm going to figure out a way to make it work. And then I'm going to show people that you can make money and be successful without having to have a 9-to-5. And that's literally the reason why I started my channel. Is you don't have to have a 9-to-5. You don't have to have a real job to make a lot of money. And so that's the whole reason. Katie, have a good night. Thanks for stopping by.
Yeah, thank you, Katie. And Greg, so I work in healthcare, and actually previously I used to work at casinos here in Las Vegas until they closed. So I was at the Bellagio and I was at the Palms for a long time, or Bellagio for a long time, and then the Palms before the pandemic hit. But yeah, so I work in healthcare now, and that's like the thing for me, and that's what I've said is that if I luckily I have a job, luckily I have a good career, and I find it very fulfilling. I work. I'm an administrator, and my team provides care, life-saving care for, a lot of people. So for me, where I am right now, like my goal is strictly to do this part-time. But again, there's so many people out there that just like you're that lost their jobs that, and whether it was due to COVID or just due to different corporate down. I think what was it? Josh, he was just laid off for downsizing or something like that. I know he talks about that a lot. It wasn't even COVID related, but so many people that are, COVID related, and whether it is reselling, whether it's, driving Uber or just getting something to, the best way to do it is just start. Shopaholic said, no, the casinos aren't closed. Most of them are still open. You can go in. A lot of them are doing restrictions as far as the sizing. Vegas has stayed open in a lot of ways for the most part. We've done, I'm not going to say the best job at containing the outbreak and the spread of the coronavirus here. We definitely, especially at the beginning, when it first hit, we had a lot of people that came from California because they were, and this goes to that kind of mentality where people think of what's good now and not saving for later. We had a lot of people coming from California that were getting an extra $600 in that unemployment. So Vegas hotel rooms were $20 a night because they just needed to fill the rooms. So we had people coming over from California that were just, they got an extra $600 every week in their unemployment. So they think, oh, let's come to Vegas. So we did have a lot of people come through at the beginning. We still have a lot of people coming through. And the town is staying pretty busy. And the casinos are open, just waiting for Drew to come drop the money. How far are you from Atlantic City? I know that's probably a decent drive, but do you make it up that direction?
Atlantic City, I don't even know where that is. I'm in Orlando, Florida.
Oh, you're in Florida. Why did I think? Never mind. Are there any are there casinos out there?
There's Seminole Hard Rock Tampa, which is about an hour and a half from me. And I try to make it out there once every couple months. I like to play the card games and stuff. Yakov, I'm glad you're getting work done. That's what we're here for.
Yakov, thanks for coming by. Yeah, I just got some pictures of my big 6-quart Revereware right here.
Nice. I just listed 3 more shirts while we were chatting.
Nice. Yeah, I'm getting a lot of pictures done, and I'm gonna go especially with the Revereware with those ones. It's with the 3. It's gonna take me a few to just kind of pick the right setting. Oh, Conroot. I got to give you guys a What a Girl Wants. What a Girl Wants. Oh no, it's What a Girl Finds. It's not What a Girl Wants. It's What a Girl Finds. So Drew, we got a question from Sunshine State Seller for you. What percentage do you like to sell on Poshmark? She started on Posh and have a decent amount of followers, trying to decide if I should cross post or just not share all dang day.
So there's a couple of parts to this question. The first one is I use a virtual assistant to share my closet 3 times a day. So it averages out to about $4 a day. It's $105 a month. But it's absolutely well worth it. It takes too much time to share your own closet on Poshmark. So if you're not going to hire a virtual assistant or you're not going to share your closet 3 times a day, Poshmark is probably not the app for you because you have to be very active. Poshmark wants to become the Instagram of reselling. They want you to always be on and in their app. So I would say that if you're not going to hire a virtual assistant or you're not making enough sales to afford it, then either you're not listing enough or Poshmark isn't for you. Now, I can tell you when I hired a virtual assistant, my sales skyrocketed because my items were being shared so much more than what I was sharing them. So I went from probably selling, 1 or 2 items every couple days to multiple items a day. And then I started really pounding out Poshmark a lot more. As far as percentage goes, it's hard to gauge because some days are better than others. Some days I sell 5 to 6 items on Poshmark, and some days I sell 1 or 2. I still sell more on eBay than any other platform, but Poshmark is my second best performing platform. So it's not followers and shares and all that stuff, like sharing other people's closet. None of that means anything on Poshmark. The only thing you need to do is list and share your own items. Don't worry about trying to get more followers and all that stuff. It does absolutely nothing for your sales on Poshmark. It's just Poshmark's way of trying to get people to stay on the app. They tell you that by adding friends and following new people, it boosts your sales. It doesn't. I did it for 30 days straight, trying to add 1,000 new people a day on Poshmark, and it didn't benefit me at all. So I would completely not focus on that. All I would do is list and share my closet. And that's all I do currently. Well, the virtual assistant shares my closet. So really all I do on Poshmark now is list. But like this weekend, I had pretty good sales. I think I did like over $500 in sales on Poshmark this weekend, which is good for me. So do I believe in Bigfoot? My dad does. I'm sure he's out there.
Big hairy guy walking through the forest. All right, I got a pair of Asics I'm going to be throwing up right now.
Nice. I'm working on a Nike hoodie.
Nice. Yeah, these ones I'm just gonna list straight away because they are. I love selling Asics because they have like so many identifiers like right on them. It's not like Nikes or Adidas where you have to like hunt for everything.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like T9N346, and it's like right there.
Yeah, exactly. J&G 10 listed, awesome, man. Oh, dude, thanks so much for subscribing. Like, I appreciate it. Don't feel obligated to do anything, guys. But I really appreciate you guys coming over and hanging out, and while I list here, eBay list and forget far north. Yeah, for me, I've only been doing eBay so far. I looked into Poshmark like what you were saying, Drew, and it's just like, for me, with the amount of, I don't sell a lot of clothes. I sell a lot of shoes. So like it wasn't, and as far as like the constantly having to share and do all that, I just didn't have the volume to cross list over there as of yet.
Well, it's not necessarily about volume. It's about one of the big things with Poshmark is, and I'm listing. So if I like sound, I'm not like trying to ignore the chat or anything.
No, I get it.
But it's not really about the volume. It's about you have to have good quality items at good prices, and then you do have to share it, multiple times a day. But if you only have 50 items, Poshmark could be really good for you because it would only take you about 30 seconds to a minute to share 50 items on Poshmark. But if you're like me and you got over 1,000 items listed on Poshmark, to share 1,000 items 3 times a day, is going to take me a couple hours that I don't have. So, but if you're listing, you got 50 listings, Poshmark can be a really great secondary platform for you to cross list to, because I sell a lot of shoes on Poshmark that I have on eBay for a long time. And then all of a sudden they sell on Poshmark. Like, shoes and clothing sells really good for me on Poshmark. But for example, I had this vintage 70s Wrangler Sherpa line denim jacket. I paid $10 for it at the flea market, and I had it up on eBay and Poshmark for $90. And I got a bunch of offers on eBay for like $40, $45. And then over the weekend, I was hanging out with Joey, and I got a notification that I got a full price sale on Poshmark for $89 for this jacket. So like, big difference in sale price from a $40 offer on eBay that, may have never come through if it, on eBay, if it wasn't for getting a full price sale on Poshmark. And you just never know. There's buyers on every platform that are devoted to those platforms. Like, I list all my vintage clothing on Depop because there are, people on Depop that don't even know that eBay exists because it's like so old to them. Depop is the new hip, thing for vintage streetwear type stuff. So, when I make some really good sales on Depop, I don't sell a lot, but I make good sales on Depop, and it's not a lot of offers and counter offers. It's just buy it or don't buy it. So
yeah, and Depop's kind of like it's almost like social media. There's a social media aspect to it too, right? About like getting followers and and kind of the way you grow your Depop store and following, right?
Not really. It's the
I don't
same
know much
thing.
about it. That's why
It's the same thing as like Poshmark, where they tell you like get more followers, you'll get more sales. Depop, you do have to share your items, kind of like Poshmark, so that they go back at the top of the search ranks. Because the way that any reselling platform works, pretty much other than eBay, is you list something, and then if people list something 5 minutes after you, their listing's going to show up first. So if you type in, for example, NASA snapback hat, and you list yours, and then 10 minutes later, someone else lists a NASA snapback hat, yours is going to be second to theirs because they just listed theirs. It's the newest listing. So that's how Poshmark and Depop work, and Mercari is. It's based, for the most part, on the newest listing is the one you're going to see first. It's not going to sort by best price. It's not going to filter by free shipping. It's not going to do any filters like that. So that's why Poshmark and Depop, they encourage you to, reshare or repost your items, because then it boosts your item back to the top of the search ranks, especially with like very, popular stuff. Like if you just type in vintage Harley shirt on Poshmark, you're going to get hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of listings. But if you have good title keywords, and then you share your item, you'll see it. Like I'll do an example. So let me find something in my closet real quick. Let me find something that's like relatable. So this is a shirt, right? This is on Poshmark. It's just a vintage Tommy Hilfiger button-down shirt, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so my title is Vintage Tommy Hilfiger button-down shirt medium. So let me go to shop on Poshmark. You won't really be able to see this, but I'll show you the results. Vintage Tommy Hilfiger button-down shirt. Okay, that's like exactly what my title is. So you can see right now, mine is at the top of the search rank because my virtual assistant is actively sharing my closet. And when I went to my closet, this was the first thing on the page. So this just recently got shared on my closet. But if I go to something in my closet that's like way at the bottom, let me just find something a little lower down in the search ranks. Here's a vintage polo Ralph Lauren short sleeve polo. Okay. Vintage Ralph Lauren short sleeve polo striped. Okay, so look, you can't see mine in the top 6 searches right here, but I bet if you keep scrolling, these are all being shared, currently. So, hold on. All right, so you can see like these are all titled somehow vintage Ralph Lauren polo short sleeve something.
Yeah.
So now to find mine within all of that, like I keep scrolling and I'm not finding it. Like I'm going through all of these listings. Now if I go to my closet and I go edit next list or share, it's the same concept, share to my followers, then it boosts it to the top. So then if I go to the search bar again and I refresh it, might take a second to refresh. I gotta take off filters, that's why. For some reason, Poshmark's not refreshing. Maybe I'm lagging or something. But either way, you would see it right here at the top now, next to this one, and that's the whole point. So,
yeah, no, that makes sense.
All right, back to listing.
Yeah, I just got these shoes up and listed.
Nice.
I'm gonna switch it over to my other side. This is my listed side. Tim wants to know if he can list his toaster on Depop. If it's is it branded? It's if it's is it Supreme?
Yeah,
like the Supreme box logo toaster. I think that would do probably pretty well.
Supreme toaster, you probably could.
All right. Again, thanks for hanging out, everybody. I appreciate you guys coming over, and thank you, Drew, for shouting out and coming to hang out and bringing people over.
Yeah, man.
Really
What this
appreciate it.
community is all about.
Yeah. Ooh. All right, I got these Under Armour bright blue monsters to list. Yeah, exactly. If it's a vintage, my wife's popping in. Hey, wife, hanging out.
Hi.
Hello,
Here I
wife. Hello, David's wife.
There's
a
20
little,
people in
a
here.
little
Sitting.
laggy, so it's hard to see you back there. But
Why do you keep moving your head? Where am I supposed to go?
I don't know. You can go there. She's the one who puts up with my stuff being everywhere in the house. I'm sure before you had the shed, you were dealing with a similar situation there.
yeah, my wife is like so happy that we got the shed because
At what point did you do that? Like, what was the breaking point to say, like, I need a dedicated space for this stuff?
It was a couple things. The first one would be that I was running out of space in my storage unit, and I was either going to have to upgrade it again, or I was going to have to start putting stuff in my living room. And I already had like about 12 bins of clothing in the living room, like blocking our sliding glass door. So it was already getting bad. But I also just got tired of driving to my storage unit every morning to pull my sales. So, and the storage unit right by my house where I was storing stuff at opens at 6 a.m. but closes at 9 p.m. And I'm a late night person, so I couldn't go pull my sales after 9 o'clock at night. So it just threw everything off for me.
Oh yeah, that seems super inconvenient. That's when I do all my packing and boxing up and getting everything sent out.
Yeah, but financially, it was the best decision for us as well because we paid cash for the shed from profits from eBay from last year, and it's a great tax write-off. But now I'm not, renting. I hate renting. So like I was paying $115 or $118 a month for the storage unit. So I was like, okay, well, I'm spending $1,500 a year on the storage unit. Why not just put it in my backyard, have easy access, and then start saving money again? So that's pretty much what we did.
Appalled that your storage closed.
What's that?
I said Tim is appalled that your storage closed. Yeah, some of them do. I know actually a lot of the ones here in Vegas are not 24 hours. Like,
yeah, it was annoying, Tim. That's one of the main reasons why I got rid of it. I just couldn't stand the fact that they closed at 9. And FISA is literally my life.
Tim doesn't actually work. It's all a charade.
It's all fake sales.
Yeah, exactly. It's all fake sales, fake views, fake subscribers. It's just, you got to get
fake packages, fake boxes. He never shows the labels. He never shows printing out labels. He never shows anything. He can Photoshop a 90-day total on eBay in about 5 seconds. It's all fake.
Yeah, I thought I noticed that boxes in his pictures just looked like it was a duplicate view. Like it's the same pile he just mirrored it on the left and right side.
That's right.
Yeah, Far North. I used to do that too when I worked in the hotels working overnights. I spent like a decent amount of time of my life, too much of my life working from like 10 p.m. to 7 a.m. A lot of hours of the night wasted.
And FISA really actually has her kids doing her listings. That she never shows her kids, but either that or she's training her chickens to do her listings for her.
And that's the way to do it. I'm one of these. If my kids listen better, then they could definitely help with the listings or the cleaning or the. I think that's the bane. That's the bane of everything is the cleaning, or the cleaning of the shoes and.
Yeah, I've slowly like stopped picking up stuff that needs a lot of cleaning at this point. I just don't. As my business has grown, like I'm taking in more inventory at this point than I ever have because I'm making more like bulk purchases. I'm buying a lot of stuff at flea markets on the weekends. It's not like I'm going to Goodwill and finding 2 or 3 items here or there. So, my time is so much more valuable with what I'm listing. I was saying in Joey's live, like, it's not a bragging thing, but like my average sale price on eBay is like $53 or $54 right now, which is like really good. So, at least really good for me. I'm not going to be bothered with stuff that I have to spend, 20 minutes cleaning. Like if it's a pair of shoes and I can clean them with a magic eraser in 30 seconds, no problem. But if I got to like deep clean them, unless it's a super profitable pair of shoes, like I just leave them at the thrift store now because it's not worth my time to list dirty shoes or just to not clean them. And then they sit in what people call a death pile. And I don't want death piles, so I'll just leave them.
Yeah, I think that's a really important thing that a lot of people don't necessarily do is value their time. Like if you have a pair of shoes that, you paid $5 for and you're going to sell for 15, but they're filthy, how much time, what do you value that 30 to 45 minutes is going to take you to like make it to where you're even going to be able to make like that money when you could be using your time elsewhere? And again, I know for a lot of people, it's like, especially if this is something that people have picked up to make ends meet, it's like all they have is time. So it's like, let's just get everything we can. But there has to be a point where you say my time is worth, X amount. So I'm going to stop picking up. I know I know he's in the same kind of like circle with Josh and everybody. Prison to Profit, I've noticed recently, like he's started to kind of switch to that mentality too, where he's starting to say, hey, I was doing huge volumes. I'm selling 50 items, but I'm selling 50, $8 items.
Yeah, $6 to $8 items. Exactly.
Shipping. So he's now saying, okay, my time is now this valuable. I'm going to start changing how I do that. And I think that, that's a good practice for everybody to have, is to say, what is my time worth? And what, are these shoes, like, even though they might sell, like, or whatever it is, like, like for me, like, spending an extra 10-15 minutes scrubbing down a Revere wear pan, that's definitely more worth it if I'm selling a bunch than like if I was going to clean a pair of a not popular pair of Nikes that I might make $15 for or $10 for.
Yeah, you just have to gauge it based on what your what your business model is. Like when you're starting off, you should be willing to put in the work on anything. If you only have a couple items, you should have no problem spending time to clean a pair of shoes because you're learning the business. But as you grow, those things, your priorities change when you start making bigger business decisions and stuff. So, there's nothing wrong with picking up dirty shoes at the thrift if you only have 50 listings, but I've got over 1,600 active listings. I just don't really have time to sit there and clean 100 pairs of shoes, like I used to. So, it's all gauged based on your business model. Also, if you have a full-time job, if you work a 9 to 5 or whatever, like you want to come home and list on eBay, you don't want to come home and scrub shoes with a magic eraser all night. So, you just pick up better stuff and you slowly get better at that.
Yeah, that's what I've been doing, especially because like, and I wholeheartedly agree with you. Like my first, couple months of selling was like, okay, I'm gonna get something that I know will sell regardless. If it's in good enough condition but is dirty, I'm gonna get it because like I need to go through that practice and I need to go through just the act of making the purchase, setting it up, taking the pictures, getting it listed, doing all these things just so I can understand how that works and understand the workflow of it.
Yeah.
It's that same thing. Like I work 50 hours a week, and my goal with this is, for me, yes, is to make as much of a side hustle. Extra money is always great, but I need to have that value, and that's why the same thing. I've stuck around the $30 to $40 average sale price myself. And I picked up smaller things here and there. If it's like $1 that I'm going to make 10, like, okay, cool. I'll do that again just for the act of kind of going through it, as long as it doesn't take any time. Like if it's like
right.
ink or something like that, like I've sold a lot of ink that is like, I'll buy $1, for at Goodwill and I'll sell it for $12 free shipping. Like that's okay. Mm-hmm. But I have to do that time as well. And, be respectful to myself and also be respectful to my family of like, hey, I'm already at work for this amount of time. Like, how do I balance that?
Yeah, absolutely. It's a big deal. So, You got to know those balances within your own parameters, I guess is the right word for it.
Yeah.
So all right, I'm probably gonna have to jump off after this because I got to finish my shipping. Because tomorrow I got a really busy day, and I got everything packaged up, but I haven't printed out the labels yet, so I got to get that done.
Yeah, I'm gonna be wrapping up here as well in just a few minutes. I actually have five sales that I need to get sent out. I sold some kind of random stuff this. We actually sold like it was a crazy thing I picked up in one of my videos. I sold a 1978 Panasonic like old TV.
Nice.
Actually, like when I plugged it in, actually worked and everything.
Nice.
Sunshine State sellers cleaning shoes. There is don't facepalm for that, man. Girl, there's nothing.
Yeah, don't facepalm that. You should have go back and watch my videos and my lives, and you can see how many times. And there's even posts on my Instagram like that's what it takes sometimes. Like if that's your business model, I'm just saying like I'm trying to encourage people like you can get to a point in your business model where you don't have to be cleaning shoes every day because you're picking up items that are more profitable or a better use of your time. But like some people like Renzi, that's all they sell is shoes. But now they're at a point where they pay people to clean shoes for them, but they used to do it all by themselves. So it's all just perspective and process. It's definitely part of the process. I literally clean shoes all the time, but I do say that I'm doing it less than I used to because I'm just focusing on picking up cleaner shoes than I used to. So
yeah. Thanks for hanging out, Yakov, and Tim, you as well. Yeah, it was last week, right? You were sitting there with a bucket in your I think Joey was asking you what the bucket was for. You had your bucket and your magic eraser. It's not something that's going to go away, unless you have those volume of it.
Yeah, last week, the very beginning of the live, I was scrubbing shoes that I picked up. So
that's what I was doing.
I'm still willing to do it.
I had like 3 pairs of shoes that I knew I was going to list when I went live. So I hadn't cleaned them yet. So I had your guys' live up in front of the sink, and I had my magic eraser out and doing that too.
Yep. It's what it takes. Category outwear. I guess that's kind of like a windbreaker. All right, I got another 6 listings done, so I'm gonna go ahead and call it for now because I got to get my shipping done. You should see. Well, it's not that impressive, but I got a lot of stuff. I just got to get it packed up or not packed up, but labeled and ready to go for tomorrow. So I appreciate you having me on, man. It's nice talking to you. Your camera looks a lot better now too. It's nice and clear. So.
See, it's clear. It needs to warm up to being live and be able to do it. So again, yeah, no, thank you so much for coming on and for shouting out and for bringing people over. Thanks for everybody who's watched for now as well. I'm going to cut off as well. I have, like I said, I have a few things that I need to get packed. But I definitely want to try to do this more and, make it not necessarily a regular thing with you hopping on, but if you want, you're welcome anytime. But try to keep that Monday after the Let's Go stream. We'll see how much I can keep up with that. But thanks everybody for being here and for hanging out. And Drew, thank you guys for everything you guys do for the community and for
man. For being absolutely there. Nice talking to you.
You as well. All right, guys. Have a great night. Greg, you need to message me. You won my giveaway, man. So hit me up on Instagram, Thrifting After Work, or Gmail, thriftingafterwork@gmail, and I will get you that Accutech scale. I did a giveaway on my channel for getting 100 subscribers. So Greg won.
Cool, man. Nice. All right. Well, have a good night, guys. I'll see you next time.
Yeah. Thanks, everybody.